And right now we have all the runners off to a fantastic start. You know, just standard prologue stuff, nothing too crazy. The main thing I look out for during the prologue is who ends up keeping the cross and who ends up getting tossed around, possibly. You know, nothing outside of that too crazy.
I'm starting to value not getting hit by Dracula more in Randomizer, because you get one more strength, and that's kind of significant.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that it does change your strength value there.
You get one more strength if you beat him quickly and you don't get hit.
Ah, okay. That makes sense now.
Which is, honestly, you remember for a fast kill, fast spell skip, when Slower Goblin would fall sometimes all the time?
Yeah.
I think that's when you kill Dracula super quickly and you don't get hit. Which is, you wouldn't get hit because typically when we do it, we get all the stacks. And I think that was kind of the missing link with that. And let's see what's happening on this sea. Ooh, this cape is sick.
Oh yeah, it's a nice one.
I see everyone watched Dinner Dog's tutorial and they're checking their items early.
Yeah, I think it's it can be useful. I usually prefer to just wait until the last check before the ward. Yo, Cryo, thank you so much. Thanks for gifting.
It's probably straight up better. It's just my, I don't know. I'm just used to menuing there for neutron bomb, so I can't like stop doing it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Plus, I feel like I want to also get the extra item checks in the castle entrance early if I can. So.
Oh, they had duplicator. I didn't see that.
Oh, it was a duplicator? Damn. Looks like none of them's going to get to keep it, though. Always a tease to see duplicator in your inventory, just have death take it away. Wait, oh no. What is this? Daigon got a thrust sword drop? Oh, that could be big.
They all have it, though.
I don't... no, I think it was a drop from a zombie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is so Daigon. Okay, well, let's see. I didn't use it. I opted to not use it last seed.
Yeah, I think that ended up paying off huge for you. We were talking about it early on, how using a thrust sword to check Coliseum, I'm not sure if it's technically unoptimal or not, but I'm starting to lean towards it's still probably better to go to library early, because you're likely going to have to go back there anyways, and probably in combination with checking Alchemy Lab or stuff like that when you do the revisit after getting like gravity boots or flight or something like that. And flight is more what's the word? It's just more abundant in casual logic. Yeah, it's more common.
Also, that was our old conclusion in season 1.
Yeah,
that going straight to the library is better.
Yeah, I mean there
and
are
I think
obviously
going up is good and safe though.
Interesting.
You get the teleporter.
Yeah.
And it's a one out of logic check that can be a big deal, but here it's like whatever, because it's another random spot.
Yep. Yeah, that's another thing that I think is one of the major differences, because I think that not everybody really understands how big of a difference between casual and safe logic is. As far as like where the relics are possibly distributed, it's technically the same because it's the same logic. But as far as like the complexity of where those relics are likely to be changes like by a huge degree. So the fact that relics no longer really need to progress through a complexity chain as much means that relics are distributed more randomly in casual logic than they are in safe logic. Safe logic, you see a lot of the same patterns kind of go through, like early gravity boots or early leapstone, and then finding the other one like right after, or like a decent ways away, or early, God forbid, early Jewel of Open. Jewel of Open early can still be a pain in safe logic, or sorry, in casual logic, which is the logic that we're using for this race. But yeah, overall, just checking in with all these different racers, it seems like Daigon has taken a early lead. I don't know if that's due to the weapon he found or what.
Yeah, the sword.
Yeah.
He
has gravity boots. Gravity boots plus a thrust sword.
God.
That's
Daigon
huge.
seat confirmed.
Dude, let's go Daigon. Oh my god.
I completely agree with Dinner Dog's assessment that your fists are super good, but the thing is, a sword gives you range.
Yeah.
So it like improves your movement dramatically more than you would think, in my opinion, when you can slash stuff from afar and do like small jumps near ledges, stuff like that.
Daigon struggling to get this
something that can
little item here, but still he has a massive lead, being the only one with full flight basically at this point. It's out of logic flight. I guess to explain why that is because the gravity boots, a lot of people assume gives you flight immediately, but that's because when most people play through this game, they grab the gravity boots after already acquiring the leap stone. So in combination with the leap stone, and this is the check right here that you're going to see Daigon be able to do that other runners are not going to be able to do. The gravity boots actually only give you one singular jump. Combining that jump with more gravity jumps, you require being in the dive kick state, which is a very specific state in this game, where you have access to a dive kick specifically. And he's going to have the Tooth of Vlad. That's literally the best Vlad relic for this scenario, because he's now going to be doing, 5 extra strength, 10 extra strength added to his...
It's 10.
Yeah, that's huge. 10 extra strength early on.
It can end up being double damage because it can push a weapon potentially over the top for the requirement.
Yep. So literally finding, that's the best Vlad relic to find early on. And finds another shield from another drop. He's getting all of the different drops right now. That's crazy. But yeah.
Oh my god, I was looking for a weapon for like 40 minutes. Let's see.
Oh, I guess to explain everybody's
going to be able to find one.
POV, since not everybody's going to be super accustomed to seeing everybody's faces and stream layouts, but at the top on my screen, I have Daigon. Over here in the bottom right is ASD. On the bottom middle is Jupiter, and the bottom left is God's Child.
So they're all gonna have flight. But I guess the one thing they're gonna be missing is the Tooth of Vlad.
Yeah, because it's kind of awkward to go from... Wait a minute. I'm trying to parse exactly everybody's route here.
You're going to get it later.
Yeah, they're going to end up getting it later. So ASD decided to go to Coliseum early. And is it Leapstone? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. So Leapstone there. And the only person opting to go to Library early is going to be... Jupiter, and Jupiter finds the Eye of Vlad over on the outer wall. Interesting. So a little bit of a route divergence.
I'm almost questioning Daigon's decision to actually get the leap stone, because that kind of nullifies his advantage to some extent.
Yeah, but at least it's like more MP efficient now to gain height. And also getting Leapstone opens up so much more movement possibilities without bat. You have access to dive kicks and front slides and stuff like that. Pay no attention to the fact that Twitch is trying to shut down the stream. That is just an unfortunate side effect of having to use multi-stream to get everybody's
perspectives. 16 HP. Good. Okay. I like getting the life max there.
Oh yeah, getting the life max up when you're low on HP is definitely worth it. It's like a 3-second animation to prevent you from dying and having to reset. Yeah, definitely worth it.
Oh, did you see me almost drown last week?
Yeah, we were bringing that up. You also opted to skip a couple of save splits that I thought were pretty standard, and I figured a big part of that was just you trying to end the seed immediately.
That didn't feel very good.
Yeah. There's a couple of those missed. Also, God's Child almost died there as well. Honestly, in this scenario, I would just opt for the glitchless fight and not mess around with any swords or anything. I would just punch him to death. But I think that's just an advantage of being a more well-versed speedrunner of this game. A lot of the randomizer players aren't going to have the experience of running glitchless and knowing how to fight Minotaur and Werewolf efficiently with little equipment overall. Unless you have a very, very powerful weapon, it's usually not worth doing anything other than your fists, because the fist fight into the Tetrasphere is extremely efficient.
Oh, so we have a big split now between Daigon and ASD.
Interesting.
Daigon opting to go to castle entrance, ASD going up towards Heat.
I'm trying to think. This is fine, I think, from Daigon's perspective, because you're going to do this eventually anyways, unless you combine castle entrance with... the Merman statue check, so I don't hate Daigon's route, because he teleported, I'm assuming, from Aurox's quarters, and then you would just go back through Alchemy Lab to get back to Aurox's quarters. I think it's technically better to do what ASD is doing, to get to keep first, but he doesn't have a transformation, so he has to skip the Aurox fight. Never mind. That might be
that's kind of
that might be the tipping point for why Daigon is choosing to do this route instead. So it's kind of a coin flip. It all depends on where you find your transformation. Like if ASD finds a transformation right here, he's fine. He just turns back around. Ooh, Echo of Bat. You hate to see it. Yeah, the purpose of this competition, I guess, to break it down even more simply, everybody's racing the same exact seed, so they're all playing through the same iteration of the randomizer. None of them have any extra information on any of the other opponents. Essentially, the goal is to have everybody running through the game at the same time, and they're all just trying to beat the game as fast as possible with no extra advantages on top of that. So essentially, imagine them sitting in their own little bubbles, streaming the game to us directly, and that's about it. Yeah, no extra information really. The only information you can really gain through racing in this method, at least legally, is looking at the race time and seeing if people have finished or who has finished. That's really it. Outside of that, no extra information really should be given to the players. And yeah, again...
If Daigon finds Jewel open, you can also opt to go down.
That is true. Spikebreaker and Silver Ring seems to be the two progression items / relics he's found so far on his route divergence. And it looks like Godchild's doing kind of the same route. Yeah. As well as a similar route from Jupiter? I'm confused. Nobody else is going to keep? What? Oh, Jupiter teleported from Outer Wall. That makes sense. Yeah. No, this route makes sense for Jupiter, from Jupiter's perspective. Yeah, that's fine. So I guess we missed what was in Library, but we will get there eventually. Yeah, ASD's route is kind of the most standard, I guess, for if you're thinking back to Season 1. This is the counterclockwise route through the castle that was very, very efficient and prevalent in Season 1. Daigon doing like an alternate version of that route. It all depends on... Oh, he found Mist. I just realized Daigon found Mist.
Big.
That's
because now he can do the same thing but better because he can kill Aurochs.
Yeah, that's actually huge. I would opt to turn around and teleport to get back to Auroch's quarters to avoid the potential of getting locked by the statue if I was Daigon in this situation.
Just going down the shaft?
Yeah. Down
I mean, I guess it is faster if he doesn't get locked, but if he does, then it's very painful.
Yeah. And again, something that I've been bringing up a lot about these kinds of races is that a big part of it is a lot about mitigating time loss as opposed to just like gaining pure time. Especially when you're racing against a group of people. The last thing you want to do is like get completely blown out for like silly mistakes. And here we go, Daigon opting not to wait. Ooh, I guess you do have Mist. You can go straight to Outer Wall. You haven't been to Outer Wall yet, and you have access to everything on that side of the map to check. And it's not like he's backtracking.
Did he check the time?
Oh, thank you so much, Nexus. What was the question you said?
Did he check the time?
No, he didn't. He just opted to just say, screw it, doors closed. To be fair,
at least check my time.
To be fair, from the Outer Wall, he can just teleport to Auroch's quarters, so it's not that big of a deal, and he hasn't been to Outer Wall yet, so this movement isn't like backtracking or inefficient in any way.
Are we gonna have Galaxy from ASD?
Oh,
is it time?
Is it time?
Only one, though. Only one, really.
Yeah, where did he find the rib? Was it also here in Outer Wall?
It was here,
Keep?
Leapstone.
Yeah, so Leapstone had a Vlad relic. He's gonna check the attic. I don't think he will either. Just to pull up ASD's perspective.
Library card. That's good.
You found a library card? You're a tiny bit ahead of me by like 2 seconds. That makes sense. Yeah. So getting a library card here is kind of big. Having access to library cards, he can literally opt to library card from right here, and it probably saves a decent chunk of time, but it's kind of risky because you might want to save that library card for even more time save. So
yeah.
Oh, Eye of Vlad was found. It was at Outer Wall again, yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. So far we've seen 3 Vlad relics here in the first castle, and no Bat as of yet. Bat could be in Caverns, Bat could be in second castle, it could be behind Aurochs. None of the players have gone there yet. Same with Fire of Bat too, which ASD is slowly heading towards. I like this route, the counterclockwise route where you end up going through Clock Tower, specifically because those 3 breakable pillars and this next breakable pillar coming up here are all, at least I think they are all guaranteed to be usable, like throwables or single-use items, which means that they are more likely to be a Mana Prism or a library card. So, compared to the pool of just
very frequently these seats, and they're always like slapping someone with a towel.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking about it earlier in the seed that you just did, that it's always better, in my opinion, to have a Vorpal than to not, outside of it doing like literally 0 damage, definitely. Just from movement standpoint alone. And on top of that, the faster you mash, the more damage per second you're going to be able to do. So here's coming up Fire of Bat, and it was nothing. So right now, it seems like Aurochs is the last relic that we haven't seen yet that's available to these players, and that means it's
heading to Aurochs.
Yeah, that's true. So that means it either is going to be like Jewel of Open, or the seed just wants them to go to the second castle early, maybe. Which is quite rare, honestly, for a casual logic seed to force an early second castle like this, but...
This could be like a big advantage for Jupiter.
Yeah, depending on what's back here. Refilling MP, that's smart. I like what Jupiter's deciding to do here. Refill MP before the fight, maybe even go for the full save. Oh, this is their first save, so yeah, that makes sense. That's fine. Casual logic is basically the way that the relics are distributed. It just basically means that they can be distributed anywhere, so long as it is possible for them to be obtained at some point in the seed. You can think of it that way. It's the most random distribution.
I got quadruple purple RC.
Yep, it happens. Interestingly enough, Daigon's actually going to one of the relic checks that we haven't seen yet here in the bottom of my screen, which is going to be the Bat relic. Let's see if he finds anything interesting here. Bat relic check has literally nothing. Get baited. So having that early mist to check Bat relic ends up not mattering. Oh my god, this shield freaking shreds. That Jupiter is using? Picked up what looks to be a Shaman shield in Sprite, but is doing crazy damage. Oh my god, 21 on his toe. Aurochs is just going to have to sit there and take it. It has the same DPS as far as, well, not DPS, but hits per second as Alucard shield special. So that's very, very good. No iframes from this shield, but still very, very good overall potential for DPS. And just like that, Twitch is shutting down the stream. Twitch is letting us know that having fun on this platform is literally banned. Everybody's getting absorbed.
Duplicator in the shop. 4K ASD bought one.
Oh. Was ASD the only one to buy one? He probably was the only one that had money. Oh my god. This is yet another...
Buffalo Stars and Elixir.
This is yet another advantage of doing the counterclockwise route, because it means that you're getting to the shop later in the game after already doing a handful of item checks, which means you're likely going to have more money than someone who decides to beeline it to the library early on. And the library is a place that you don't want to revisit if you don't have to. It's honestly kind of far out of the way. However, if you have something like library cards, you can get there extremely quickly. So, another advantage. I think Daigon's I think he just bought the duplicator as well. There's no way he misses it, because looking at his stack of cash, he has a decent amount. I'm just now realizing, because we got hit with the PRC from Twitch earlier, but there is another Vlad relic in the first castle, and it is Heart of Vlad behind Aurochs here. So.
Oh no, Jupiter.
Yep, he's hitting.
Does he know about the double miss?
I don't know
if he does.
I don't know if
we
he
need
does.
to tell him. Oh. That feels so bad.
How much minimum MP do you need to just even activate the mist on its own? It's like 15, right? It's a decent chunk.
No, it's 30, I think, or 20 at least. 20 is the actual full cost for the both ticks, and the game won't let you do it with 10.
Oh, okay.
But I think if you do it, sometimes it doesn't let you do it with exactly 20. It's weird.
Yeah, the actual cost of the mist transformation is a little janky, but this is honestly, that alone is one of the main reasons why I always opt to get Power of Mist so long as it's convenient. I know a lot of players will skip it late game if they already have like bat and stuff like that, but I'll still get it just to kind of normalize my MP usage whenever I do transform into Mist. Oh my god, that fleet armor, looking at God's Child's perspective, just freaking slapped him around the room. If I was God's Child, I'd reset the room and save, to be honest, but...
The fleet armors have the Behemoth Typhoon that puts you behind them.
Yeah.
That's what they can do to you.
Oh my god, 28 HP going into Lesser Demon. If I was God's Child, I would be looking for...
Soul Steel?
Yeah, Soul Steel, looking for any form of healing. Sushi might... I mean, the items are random, so I don't know how much health it's going to actually give. Normal Sushi gives 100, which is great. Oh god. But...
It was actually a banana.
Randomizing the amount of health that food does is just mean. But I mean, this is Randomizer after all.
Call it SD... What? iframes.
This is kind of the awkward part of the counterclockwise route. I don't what is ASD doing? Why is he going this direction? Because I would have
Good question.
I would have teleported from
the entrance, yeah?
Yeah, to entrance to do it in the other direction. He also needs to do Aurochs. He hasn't fought Aurochs yet. So I guess he will have to do that at some point. And it looks like Jewel of Open is locked in the second castle as well, now that I'm thinking about it. I think we've seen everything else from different runners' perspectives at this point, which is honestly the worst relic to have locked in the second castle.
Does ASD have a library card?
I don't... Yeah, ASD does have one library card. He found it in the attic.
Well, it has infinite. That's perfect. Then.
Oh, that is true as well, because he found the duplicator. That's true. So...
There we go. Nice.
Yeah, everybody who goes to the attic will have a library card, so... Oh my god, that's tough to do. To use the full mist to get underneath the elevator like that. Because if you press down
Not
at
if
all...
you're a god.
Yeah, if you press down at all, the elevator moves down with you, and you don't get to skip the elevator that way. I need to learn how to do that. That's actually freaking clutch. Spike Breaker. Yep, found for ASD. Yeah.
I guess you just plink it. Miss down.
Must be, yeah. Must be.
I honestly don't know who's ahead.
Yeah, this is honestly a toss-up. I think ASD was the first to get Duplicator and has like library cards, but I think everybody else, for the most part, is likely to find, because it seems like most everybody else also has money, and they're going to go back to the library at some point because of the mist check. Actually, Jupiter might not, because I think Jupiter full cleared the library earlier.
Oh no.
So Jupiter might be the only one, yet again, without Duplicator. This keeps happening to him.
I mean, he's gonna find the library card, so he might have
that's true.
Everything except infinite library card.
Yeah.
Which the shield is really good.
Yeah, whatever the shield is.
Riders are even better.
Yeah. Oh my god, that sucks so bad. You needed a mist there to reset your gravity jump momentum if you're Jupiter. But yeah, just get the Room of Vlad. So Jupiter is the first to get 4 out of 5 Vlad relics at least. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, Jupiter is ahead. If Jupiter just big brain decides to go to the second castle right now,
he should. Absolutely. 100%.
Because I don't think he's done every other check though. So, but I guess if you're sitting here with all 4 Vlad relics and you only have 1 left, yeah, I think it makes the most sense. 25 minutes in, just go to the second castle, hope to find the last one, because that's the largest density of checks available to you. Jupiter's not beelining it there, so
especially because you don't have Jewel open.
Oh, maybe needs to open the teleporter first.
No.
Yeah, opening the teleporter first, and then maybe going to the second castle.
Where's he going? Probably check entrance.
Yeah, finishing up the last of the checks in the first castle. Damn. I mean, there's no way for him to know, but the second castle early, this is the scenario where it would pay off, because the rest of the first castle is diddly squat. There's not much, really.
It keeps being really good, but at the same time, it doesn't feel good to do that.
It's good in very specific scenarios, and you also need to get lucky. So, I think mathematically it works out in some scenarios, but you can still get screwed over just from choosing to, like, go there early, and it turns out that it's, like, you actually needed to go all the way out of your way to like Silver Ring or some shit like that, which is usually not the case.
I suppose at the end of the day, we did figure it out in season 1 because it was kind of the same situation.
Yeah,
and it's still more you will consistently be at a higher placing by clearing the first castle.
Yeah,
so,
again, when you're doing races like this for basically. You're not always hoping to get first, or just like, well, I mean, you're hoping to get first, but you can't always get first, obviously, in these larger races. But your goal should be basically just to not get last. Because getting last hurts so much more than third, which hurts even more than second. So a lot of these racers should opt for more consistent plays as well. I'm also realizing that
that's also a better chance to get first.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if your only way to get first is through like a major gamble, it could end up being quite scary. I think now, Daigon, I think technically has the lead right now because I think he's cleared everything in the first castle and has all 4 Vlad relics, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, user library card from here.
Yeah,
right?
I think. Yeah.
Did he not find a library card?
Oh,
he needs to do.
Been to keep at all?
I don't know. But he might not have done keep yet. He might be saving keep for last. So that might be actually his route right now. Yeah, because he still needs to do this. Yep. He still needs to do... Yeah. Okay, now I'm understanding what's going on. Daigon still needs to do sword card check, and I think he needs to get to keep. No,
Man, I think Isaac got really screwed.
Daigon's been to keep, I'm pretty sure. We should see him library card from here if that's the case, or... Oh, he's going to just teleport. Using Alrox's teleporter then. Okay. So maybe he just didn't find the library card.
He has a minor person too.
Yeah, I think Daigon does as well. They must have been in the shop.
I really feel like Esty got kind of screwed by the seat because he's revisiting like 4 areas.
This is the downside.
They haven't even opened the caverns.
Yeah, this is the downside to doing the counterclockwise strategy. Because if you are missing like specific relics, like a transformation to get to Alrox, at some point you got to go back. So that does force you to kind of backtrack a little bit. He also did the awkward like going through Alchemy Lab, but like in the reverse order, which was kind of weird. I'm not a huge... I just don't understand his perspective on that. I need to ask him at some point what the thought process behind that is. But we already have... At this point, as soon as ASD finds this last Vlad relic, which I'm getting PRC'd right now, so we're going to miss out on seeing ASD grab the last Vlad relic, but it is Heart of Vlad there. And, okay, yep. Daigon is the first to have 4 Vlad relics and enter the second castle. And he's not going to get the library card, though, because he's not checking the attic.
It might not matter, honestly. Statistically, it wouldn't.
Yep. And just like that, Twitch, again, shutting down my whole perspective here. I can't see anybody playing the game. No big deal. Thank you, Twitch.
I just recovered from the stun. So, how many checks are in the second castle? 10?
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10.
I think it's kind of the same. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's way more actually.
In the second castle versus going to the caverns right now? Yeah. Is this kind of multi-streaming not allowed on Twitch or something like that? No, it's 100% allowed. It's just that Twitch wants to constantly let you know to watch on Twitch as opposed to these other more convenient multi-streaming platforms. If Twitch had an option for me to open up 4 streams and watch them in this way, I would be doing it through Twitch, but you know, they don't decide to do that, so we got to go to a third party.
Officially Twitch supports multi-stream, but they do stuff like this.
Yeah, they have more control over stuff if you're watching.
Amazon.
Yeah. Amazon being Amazon, but regardless, back to the race. We are, at this point, it seems like the routes are kind of converging for everybody except for God's Child, who didn't opt to go get the last Vlad Relic in the first castle. So that could have... So he's rough. Making the gamble to go to the second castle, choosing not to go to Aurochs's quarters, which, I mean, makes sense, but... Immediately Jewel of Open first relic. Oh, no. Yo, Bobby. Thanks for the sub, Bobby. You showed up at such a tense moment for these racers. Save split?
Oh, it seems like, we have a split. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
I don't know if he's just making this...
Yeah, we'll keep going.
I don't know if he's making the save split for later, but he doesn't have a library card. I think that's the main reason.
Right.
That's the main reason why he's doing it now, because he doesn't have a library card. If he just checked the addict, he'd have a library card. I think ASD is going to opt not to go back to the first castle because of his library card. Or if he decides to go back to the first castle, he's going to use his library card alongside a save split, which will save him a lot of time moving between the two castles. But checking all of the caverns plus catacombs plus the mines, all of that stuff, it takes a good chunk of time. It's especially without bat. You're looking at like a 30-minute time sink, probably like 20 plus minutes to check all of that stuff. So this is huge.
Oh, he's gonna check Silver Ring first. That's actually smart.
Oh, he has everything he needs to check Silver Ring? Are you sure? Oh, yes.
This could be like a 40-minute seed.
Yeah. This could be a 40-minute seed, or it could be an hour and 40 minutes with the amount of mix-ups happening right now. There's like, this is the most layered mix-up I've ever seen in my life. Especially, dude, Jewel of Open being so early in the second. Yeah, with it being so early in the second castle. Because the thing about the second castle, I think to kind of explain a little bit better to the people that might not understand, the second castle, once you've opened up the second castle, there's no additional complexity or requirements for any of the other Vlad relics, except for Akmadon, which does technically require a transformation to get to Akmadon. But other than that, all 10 relics, in this case for these runners, are open as soon as you enter the second castle, which means there's no additional likelihood of a specific relic being anywhere compared to anywhere else in the second castle. So this Jewel of Open, which is possibly required for progression, could have been anywhere in the second castle. It could have been behind Galamoth. It could have been behind Creature. It could have been at Akmadon, realistically. So the fact that it's this early on means pretty much every single runner, as soon as they enter the second castle, the first relic they're going to see is that Jewel of Open, which splits the routes like 4 different ways. It's all going to come down to what is behind these Jewel of Open checks. And Daigon checking the first one right now. Oh my god, it was a relic and I got scared.
Imagine,
if it was the last
Jupiter going left.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
That is a possibility. Like I said earlier, Daigon is the one that is the most likely to do wacky shit a lot of the time, in my opinion. That's what I was saying earlier, like Daigon never went to Aurochs's quarters through that side. Yeah, he's gonna have to go the other way around. Still doesn't have a library card, too. Damn, that's a little bit of a routing error. It's only going to add, like, maybe a minute to his total time, but still. But yeah, Daigon is the one I'm always the most worried about doing wacky shit, because Daigon, for whatever reason, just has a tendency to say fuck it and just do the dumbest shit, and it still ends up working out for him. That's the Daigon. Like, last seed, he skipped, like...
it, too.
Yeah. He skipped like 4 different relic checks and still ended up finding the last Vlad relic or something like that. So,
it really? Wow.
He skipped going to Beelzebub and Creature, I think. So technically only 2, but yeah, it's a high risk, high reward playstyle. The one scenario where
there we go.
What was it?
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Oh, you're ahead of me. So ASD probably found it. Oh my god, no fucking way. No fucking way. All Vlad relics in the second castle, 34 minutes into the seed? Dude, what is this seed? This has got to be the fastest casual seed to ever be completed.
Yeah, I think so. And this is going to be almost or as fast as the fastest season 1 seed.
Yes.
I think it was 36 or something.
I think I got like a 34 at one point, or a 32, like before Guarded Logic. I can't remember. No, I think it was 34.
There's actually potential for it to be even faster because how less locked it is. But.
Yeah. ASD, you have Spike Breaker. Whatever. I guess don't menu for it. It doesn't really matter. Oh.
Well.
Yeah, just friggin' beeline it to the end of the game. This is freaking insane. What do you?
Oh, Jupiter. It's not gonna work, Jupiter.
What's Jupiter doing? Oh no, Jupiter doesn't know. Yeah, you can't do that.
Richter.
Yeah. The mist just doesn't go far enough. Just go the other way around, yeah. Damn.
Who needs Bat? Everyone.
I mean, Bat would be nice. Bat is probably just in... Oh my god. So I'm trying to think. God's Child's staying in the second castle too. As long as God's Child
doesn't have the heart.
Oh, that's true. Oh my god, he doesn't have Heart of Vlad. Oh no. He's gonna find the last Vlad relic, but he doesn't have the other Vlad relics. Oh my god. That's gonna give Jupiter.
Where was Heart?
Heart was at Aurochs.
He might.
Does he know? He knows.
Snipe it out of Digon's hands.
It's still possible. Yeah. I think that's a library card up there too. It might be I'm not 100% sure. Above.
Yeah, can be.
It can be a library card. If that's the case, that's gonna open a lot of routing possibilities for God's Child. Oh please. Okay. Very strange.
That's a real Alucard shield.
Yeah, I was just about to notice. God's Child's using the actual Alucard shield, which is extremely rare to find. The shield sprite that also links to the Alucard shield spell, and for it to also have a hitbox. Like all three of those things happening at the same time is quite rare. So, God's Child realizing, okay, I have 4 Vlad relics, and he's thinking about it.
Imagine he finds Bat.
Oh, and then
this
goes
is a
back.
Library card. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dagon is stuck just slowly checking all these things.
Yeah, Dagon is basically wasting all of his time. Every single check that he does. Yeah, he didn't check to see if it was a library card. I don't know if he already has one, though. That's probably the case. He probably already has one. Yeah. Alucard Shield gives you lots of invincibility, but it's not enough to continue shield dashing all the way over there, so. Damn, ASD getting a sub 38 here, possibly? Casual seeds are wild. ASD
Crazy.
I think ASD had the consistently good route here, and it's well, it paid off. That's for sure. And that's the thing is, relics distributed in the second castle can be literally anywhere. So if they're front loaded, like finding stuff at Darkwing Bat, at Medusa, at there it is, time 37:36. Jesus Christ, that is a fast seed. I don't even. And the thing is that this is like the first time I think this actually matters, where somebody finishing the race gives information to other players, because that is so incredibly fast that if you see that in the race channel, you're going to think, where the fuck is the last Vlad relic? You're speechless, ASD? I don't blame you, dude. GG's on the freaking casual logic world record.
GG. And the Z tried so hard to mess you up.
Yeah, honestly.
Still. Consistency.
Consistent plays, man, especially in the open ladder format, I think is definitely the play here. I imagine once we go into bracket matches, we're going to see some of the wackier shit pay off. But yeah, damn. The fact that Jewel of Open was actually a bait is fucking crazy, yeah. Crazy to think about. Wow.
Now I'm very interested in the war between God's Child and Digon.
Yeah.
Like what's going to happen there.
Who knows? Who freaking knows, man?
Oh no! The spell just ran out.
Wow, that's honestly quite rare for it to run out based off of a timer.
Yeah.
So he must be. He's shield dashing a lot. That makes sense for God's Child. Oh yeah, and there it is for Jupiter, also getting all 5 Vlad relics without. Did Jupiter skip stuff in the first castle though, or did Jupiter full clear?
I don't think so.
I think he full cleared.
I think he did clear.
Yeah.
He just went from the other way.
Yeah, he had the other route where he went to library first, and it ended up paying off. Still, so not bad, not bad.
Oh, Dagon skipping Power of Wolf
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have Wolf at this point, it's... if you're not going for the safe split, though, I think it's worth grabbing.
Yeah, because second castle.
Yeah.
I would rather have Power Wolf.
Damn. This seed is fucking busted. That's crazy.
Gosh out is saving and library carding. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh snap. Oh my god. Wait, did he open the warp for...
Yeah, I think so.
He doesn't know that this is the right play, and you can look... The look on his face is he's so uncertain. Oh my god. That is freaking insane that he ended up... I guess it makes sense. Like, if you look at the... Like I said, if you look at the time for the completion of the seed, you're like... I did skip some stuff in the first castle, and people are already done now, so it must be back there, right? I mean, that's what would be going through my mind personally, so... Again, this is like, that's the only form of metagaming you can really do in these kinds of seeds is... and again, it's something you're really only going to see in these ladder matches. Obviously, once bracket comes, it's just going to be a 1v1, and whoever wins, wins. So, damn. Very spicy seed indeed, yes. Now, where does Godchild decide to go? Immediately to... Because he has Jewel of Open. So he could go to Caverns right now, or he can go to Aurochs's quarters. And he's going to the teleporter, which makes me think he's going to Aurochs's quarters.
It makes sense to go to Aurochs, because that's the warp he does have.
That is true. And it kind of gives you access to...
What's up, Mouse?
Mouse, you just missed the freaking casual logic world record happen live in a race. That's crazy. You were watching? Good. Very good. I respect going to the save room and saving. That's fine. Worst case, you would hate to die to Dracula to some dumb shit or die to Shaft, realistically, when you're on pace for a crazy fast time. So I respect it from Jupiter here. We don't need to talk about how many races or specific races have been won and lost due to dying to Dracula. Oh. Somewhere along the way, Daigon found Bat. So...
Oh, wow. Interesting. It must have been at... Did he already go to Grand... No, you know Demon what? Card. He went straight here.
I think it was Demon Card, was Bat.
Yeah, it was Demon Card, and he went straight here.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh, this is the worst that could happen to Daigon!
Yep.
No! This is the worst possible thing that he can find right now.
Is it... Oh no, it was Gold Ring. He's getting mixed 7 different ways, dude. Just block the mix-up, please, Daigon. Block the mix-up. Oh no, Daigon big shaking his head. See, this is the thing that I was talking about with Daigon doing wacky shit, is like, this is where... It's high risk and high reward, but this is definitely...
He's just gonna not check Grand Falloon.
Is he not? Is that what's
happening? Guess so.
Or is he doing another save split?
What's happening?
He might be doing another save split. Again, no library cards. The fact that he never found those library cards honestly hurts him so much. Nope, he's just saying fuck Grand Falloon. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I think he might think that he's playing safe logic. He's going for all these high complexity checks as if they like are...
Godchild's face?
Oh my god. He's like, oh, this is... Okay, well...
And he has the Alucard shield.
Yep.
Oh my god, okay. You have mana prisms, right?
Yeah. You remembered the mana prisms. There you go. Holy crap. The only transformation all of these players have found except for Daigon was missed. 43-26 final time for Jupiter. GG's. Completing the craziest seed I have seen in quite a long time with the SotN randomizer. That is freaking insane. And now all that is left is Daigon versus Godchild, and Godchild has all the relics. Daigon, on the other hand, is... I don't see a world where this ends up... Like, Godchild would need to somehow, like, forget that he's using Alucard Shield. I think this is GG's. I can't see a world where Daigon decides to go back to the second castle and find the last Vlad Relic.
Yeah.
Especially in time.
Already is equipping.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
This just goes to show, man.
As fast as that is.
Daigon he guessed wrong at the start of the second castle. It was the first mix-up. He guessed wrong in the first mix-up, and then he got he just got mixed to death. Basically a standard round versus Melia right here, if you really think about it.
I think it's the safe kind of way of thinking that's bleeding over.
Yep.
I kind of had the same problem as well at the start of the season.
The thing is, Mash, if you, I guess the best way to explain it is like these look like crazy gambles, but back when safe logic was the standard for racing, everything that Daigon did made sense in safe logic because Daigon was forcing himself into high complexity locations, specifically places that were locked behind a lot of different locks, like Silver Ring, which is locked behind Jewel of Open, Mist, and Spikebreaker. Checking Spikebreaker, which is locked behind Jewel of Open, Bat, and Echo of Bat. Daigon shaking his head. Oh no, I think he realizes. Yeah, he's resetting. I think he's going back to his first save in the second castle. Damn. So I think yep, going back. I think he realized that the safe logic wasn't the safe thing to do. Wow, absolutely insane turn of events. I don't see a world. I can't, like, Daigon is technically on the right path, but like Godchild's right here. He would need to screw up immensely. This could be the start. Oh no, never mind. If you got comboed by the fake Cthulhu there, what are they called again? I don't even remember the name of that enemy. It's the Cthulhu that's not actually Cthulhu. Malachi, thank you. Did they stop naming enemies Cthulhu to avoid like some weird legal issue in Castlevania? Is that what happened?
I don't know if the estate has issues with that, but
plus
possible.
It's Cthulhu spelled differently. Like they don't spell it the.
No, actually, never mind. Cthulhu is open. Is like what's the word? It's open.
It's not
but
yeah,
for
but for books.
Public domain. Thank you.
What do you call open source for books?
I mean, it's the same thing.
It is the same thing, but it's very funny that that's where your brain immediately goes. Your coding side of your life
In
is
fact,
showing.
like 90% of the mythos is like people just writing shit in it.
That's fair. Yeah.
It wasn't made by EO, the racist person.
Daigon so close yet so far. One check away from getting the last Vlad relic, but God's Child already in the final chamber, holding his shield out, ready to just jump. Just jump with your shield out and you win the game. That's all you have to do.
What a race. That was crazy good.
Yeah, this was such a fast race too. Like literally 50 minutes is nothing. Everybody like getting there relatively quickly too. Like this just goes to show the speed of the seed and the fact that basically nobody had bat except for Daigon, who literally safe split away his bat. He said I don't need it. This was a batless sub 40.
Crazy.
And just like that, that's time. GG's God's Child. Another third place finish from God's Child, and yet another upset, I would say, from God's Child. Just keeping it consistent, staying relevant. I mean, in the ladder format, it's not all about getting first. It's about just, you know, outplacing your expected elo. That's honestly a big deal. All you have to do
wait for Daigon to finish,
yeah,
and we're gonna see the board because I think now most people are gonna be ranked, and AST is gonna be like
ultra
in the celestial plane above us.
ASD is gonna be gatekeeping celestial from everybody else.
Yep.
Again, what a crazy
oh my God,
race.
49 damage? Duplicator?
Wait, he took 49 damage from what? I'm so behind.
From Dancer.
Oh, damn.
He's soul steal.
Oh my God. Why is my internet so slow? It's probably because I'm also streaming, maybe.
If you refresh them, you'll you'll
that's
catch
fair.
up.
Damn. Yeah, I respect it. Finish out the seed for your pride. Also, he might not know that he's already super dead. If he dies here, it's fine.
Nah, he knows.
All right, then yeah, just finish the seed out for your pride. It's fine. You're so
Yeah, it's
close. And plus, on top of it, it's still a fast seed completion. All things considered, like the
sub-hour.
Sub-hour is freaking crazy for everybody to finish sub-hour. That just goes to show that this was a wild seed.
Didn't we have a casual that was 120 first place?
Yeah.
A while back.
This is what I mean when, like, so people were talking near the beginning of the tournament how terrible casual seeds are, but I mean, they have high highs and low lows, whereas I feel like other presets are a little more consistent. Like Safe Logic is definitely more consistent in its seed length a lot of the time, and the main differences is going to come down to where you decide to skip in Logic, whereas casual Logic, like, skipping doesn't really matter because like relics can be basically anywhere. So it comes down to just efficient routing and efficient movement a lot of the time, and then whatever the seed hands you. And in this case, the seed handed everybody pure gold. So
yeah, this has more variance than OG too. Quite a bit.
For sure.
So.
For sure. Because like it has like the quickness of OG seeds in a lot of cases. Like as we saw here, this was like faster than a lot of OG seeds where there was far less relics to check. But there's so many possible relic locations to check that you could still end up in a seed for an hour and 20 minutes. So just the variation on these seeds can be quite wild. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think it's more exciting for a tournament spectator situation. I feel bad for the players, but not that much because, I mean, like, I don't have to deal with this. I just get to sit back and watch.
These shurikens are really good.
Oh, yeah? I didn't check.
They're doing tons of damage.
I didn't peep the damage.
Honestly, shurikens are quite good because they're really fast, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they disappear a little bit faster.
I'm not sure, but I think they despawn faster,
Yeah, I think they despawn faster. They knew what they were getting themselves into. That is true. Randomizer is randomizer at the end of the day. GG's. Sub-hour for literally everybody playing. That's incredible.
I was about to do that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, did you post the leaderboard?
Yeah, SD did it.
Nice. Let's see. In race channel?
Yeah.
Let's check out the leaderboard.
Pretty much what I expected.
ASD 173 elo. Or sorry,
We have a couple
1730.
people that need to qualify, and they're gonna be pretty high too.
Yeah. This is out of everybody who's done at least 5 races. So there's still a couple more people that are a little bit behind race-wise, but nothing that you can't make up with a couple of races. Honestly, all it takes is for ASD to bomb a race with a lot of people in it, and people are just gonna... It's like throwing a cow into a river full of piranhas. They're just gonna eat it up, eat up that elo.